On our national roads, especially N3 between Durban and Johannesburg. We're told the traffic congestions at Marrianhill toll plaza outside Durban. We're monitoring that very, very closely. For more, let's cross now live to SABC NEWS' Simphiwe Makhanya, who's on the N2 South, I understand. Simphiwe, thank you very much indeed for your time. Where exactly are you and what's happening there?
Well, good morning to you, Blaine. Certainly, we're coming to you live from the N2, just near Potchefstroom. This is where the Road Traffic Inspectorate as well as the Department of Transport will be conducting their roadblocks. I can tell you that since early this morning when we arrived, we saw the MEC leading that campaign of inspecting motorists as well as the drivers on the road. But without wasting time, Blaine, let us engage the MEC for Transport in KwaZulu-Natal, Mr. Mxolisi Kaunda, to tell us about the plans that they have in place. MEC, thank you very much for joining us. We started the long Easter weekend on a very sad note. We woke up to the news that 5 people lost their lives. Can you tell us about that? What happened?
Yes, we received those news with a very big shock. That yesterday at night there were several cars who were involved in a car accident, and we have lost about 5 lives in that accident, and about 10 people who were injured who are now being hospitalized. And as a department, we'll be working with the families to give them necessary support, as well those who are in hospital will also pay a visit to wish them a speedy recovery. But we are not going to be deterred by this particular accident from our targets and the set objectives of reducing road carnages and fatalities in our province. Since we have held a national launch by the minister here, Dr. Blaine Zimande, especially introducing the new machine, which is now compliance with the requirement of the National Prosecuting Authority. So those who think that they are still going to continue and drink and drive on our roads, that space is going to be closed. We are closing the ranks and will suffocate their life on the road, because those transgressors should really face the might of the law. And as a province, we are also preparing ourselves as we are receiving many visitors in our province. We'll ensure their safety during their stay, and those who are inside in the province will also ensure that they are safe, they travel safe from their places to their places of worship.
MEC, the issue with regards to road carnages in KwaZulu-Natal is a very serious one. And over and above the fact that you conduct these roadblocks, people can see you conducting them, but we still have very high numbers of fatalities. What would your message be to those who will be embarking on different destinations across the country?
Firstly, the first contribution that we expect from all South Africans and people from the province is that road safety is our collective responsibility. So therefore, each and every driver, each and every passenger, each and every person who is crossing our road must ensure that the issues of safety are put as a priority, so that we are able to prevent the accidents that we see on our road networks. But we have also, as a province, intensified our campaign. We met with all law enforcement agencies just to polish the plans and the turnaround plan, which will also assist us and enable us to ensure that we reduce the road carnages in the province. So we are determined that with that strength and the number of police that have been added in the province, as we'll also know that we are preparing for the elections. So there are a number of police who have been added to our strength, and as well as the municipalities and the RTI, they are more than ready to deal with the transgressors. We are saying we are closing the ranks. There will be no space for the law transgressors in our province. So those who think they still have a space to do so, we wish to advise them to take Uber, Taxify and other vehicles when they get drunk, because we are closing the space.
MEC, earlier when I saw you conducting the road blockages, inspecting vehicles and motorists, what are some of the major concerns that you have been able to pick up from this morning when you started?
Firstly, the concept of safety belts. People are really distorting the understanding because they always refer them, even drivers, to them as seat belts. That's why they fasten them in the seats. They are not assisting passengers to fasten those safety belts. So it's one message that is critical to our passengers, that they must make sure that they fasten those seat belts, those safety belts. And also the issues of excessive speed is one of the major concerns that we are having, and the fatigue. People should take breaks and relax so that they are able and drink more water, so that they are able to have a cleared eyesight, so that they will be driving safe on our road networks. But the other major issue which would become a contribution of all motorists is the issue of tolerance. Don't leave late, then you want to go and meet your targets and arrive on time, making other drivers not to respect the very same rules of the road. So therefore it's important to leave early. You tolerate other drivers and the motorists. You also drive all the cars which are surrounding yourself, so that you are able to ensure the safety of our people. And even those who are traveling long distances, our call to them, they must have some intervals and ensure that in garages they relax, they gain more strength, so that when they continue with their trip, they are also safe. Because those are the kind of interventions, we may see them and view them as minor things, but when these accidents happen, excessive speed is involved, drunken driving is involved, as well as the fatigue, which is a major contributor and influencer to those who are driving moving forward.
MEC, the issue of manpower now, do you have enough manpower to ensure that you implement these plans that you are talking about?
The manpower can't be adequate, but we have deployed the big number of police officers. That is why we have integrated law enforcement operations, where SAPS, where Home Affairs also join us, Department of Labour, because we also recall that this province, we are actually tackling the issue of the trucks which are being banned. So those law enforcement operations are also taking place in the province to ascertain that people's safety is guaranteed when they come and leave our province. And with the numbers, the best police officer that we are calling our communities to respect is your conscience. Is the first police officer. When your conscience touches you and say, don't do this, please listen to that conscience. Don't break the law. When you don't break the law, you love your life, you save many lives on the road. So there's a spirit in which our people should take this these road accidents as something which can be defeated. We are not going to be failing to defeat this scourge when we were able to defeat apartheid. So therefore we can't dare fail our people not to defeat the scourge of people really being killed on our road networks.
Road safety is our collective responsibility. MEC, thank you very much for your time.
Thank you very much. We wish all the people to enjoy their holidays, and those who are going to worship places to ensure their safety and look at the roadworthiness of their cars and the drivers, whether they're in good shape, so that we save the lives on the road. Thank you very much.
There was the MEC for Transport in KwaZulu-Natal, MEC Mxolisi Kaunda, outlining some of the plans that the department has put in place to ensure that they deal decisively with the scourge of road carnages, especially in this province, which is very problematic. Blaine, it's back to you in Johannesburg.
Yes, and people, a very, very important message from the MEC there. Road safety is our collective responsibility. I like that. Thank you very much indeed for your reporting. Simphiwe Makhanya, live for us in KZN.